I couldn't know. I've never seen this lady in my life before, you know.
It's okay, girl.
Yeah, she's good, but she says that she's helping you out because she's a healer, and she gives you the energy and the encouragement to go out and take her out. Otherwise, you would stay home and be healing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you
That's
so
true.
much.
She came into my life, I think, for that purpose.
For the height at the right time for the height thing. She's a very well-adjusted dog. You can see that, and absolutely loyal and dedicated to you. But are you sleeping okay?
No, I don't sleep well at all.
That's what she's saying, you know.
It bothers her. My dog.
It bothers her, yeah, you know. She says it's not only my beauty sleep. She's saying she has a sense of humor this time.
It does. She gives me these looks.
She does?
Yeah, she does. She gives me looks like, oh.
And it's that she worries that if you get more tired, if you don't try to sleep, you know. Do you swim at all?
I have been swimming about a month ago when the weather gets good here in Kauai. I'll swim
because
again.
she's saying that will help you. She notices a big difference on you when you go swimming, you know. So that's a good thing. And she's saying, that's what she's telling me. I have no idea, you know. She's saying that if you can't go swimming, you should use some Hawaiian salt in a bath and soak in it, you know, because that's going to help you because of your muscles, you know, because you have lots of pains. Another thing, and that's not from her, from Shania, it's from me, you need to take powdered ginger in all your food, you know, because powdered ginger helps with the spasms and all that, you know, it helps.
Ginseng?
Ginger.
Ginger, okay.
Sorry, I think I'm being allergic to something because my nose is getting all blocked.
Ginger, okay.
Ginger is wonderful. Do you have some kind of red flowers or orange flowers, either in the house or the garden or something like that?
We have some flowers outside that are red and orange, yes,
okay,
outside the house. In a pot, big pot.
In a big pot, yeah, that's what she said. I thought it was a huge pot. I didn't know if it was a flower vase or what, you know. Seemed to be too big for that. Are you crying sometimes?
Am I crying sometimes? Not so much, but I feel like I'm crying inside.
No, it's not tears here, it's tears here,
yeah,
you know.
I just went through some losses.
Yeah, you've been through a lot of them.
Yeah.
But she says, were you very close to your grandmother? Because there is a lady that comes and visits her. Is it your mom?
Might be my mom.
Oh, then it's your mom.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she says there is a lady that comes and she calls her, oh, I know. She calls her grandma because to her, it's grandmother to her. It's your mom. Sorry about that. I got it a bit mixed up.
Yeah.
What she's saying, she loves the food you give her, but I personally think she needs to be a bit careful with what she eats, you know, because she loves her food, you know.
Yeah, I do. I cook for her like you cook for her, but I make it for a dog, you know. But it is too. I think it's too rich
you
for her.
You have to cut down a little bit
fats.
on the food, you know. Otherwise, you're going to end up with problems. Because I felt the pain on my stomach, and you know, she's a gourmet eater. But later on, because now she's still young, you know, but as she gets older, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for her.
Right.
And also she will have problems with her paws.
Her paws?
Later on, if you carry on feeding her the food that she does, she looks absolutely wonderful. She actually doesn't mind taking a bath, you know. She doesn't come.
Loves a bath.
Yeah, see?
Loves a bath. It's me who's lazy giving her the bath.
Ah, okay, so that's it, you know, because she taught me about the bath.
She hates being dirty.
Yeah, she does. She would like to do that because she says she likes her fur looks so cool and and smells good, you know, because she's a friend.
That's exactly like her personality. I mean, you've got her personality. She loves a bath. She likes to be taken care of a certain way.
Well, we love dogs that love to take a bath. That's not a normal thing for dogs.
No, she got an owner who goes, I'm too lazy to give you a bath today. You know.
Well, thank you so much. And are you going to be on Kauai for a while?
In Hawaii, yes. I'm leaving Kauai tomorrow. I'm going to Maui and then to Honolulu. And then from Honolulu, I go to the Big Island. But I'm working all the time. And I have a card and my phone number if you want to put it on.
Great. So thank you so much for everything.
And thank you
for sharing your dog.
That was fun.
Thank you, Jane. Kala Kos here, and she has a book called The 7 Lost Secrets of Ecstasy and Success. And she's going to tell us a little bit about what she's doing here and what her book is about.
Okay,
Hi,
thank you,
Kala.
Taj. Nice to see you. Well, this book was written after I had gone through quite a journey in my personal life. I cured myself of an incurable disease. And when I did that, I wondered, how do we do that in other areas of our lives, like wealth or love? And what happened is, as I put that prayer out there to know how to do that, I was introduced to the ancient knowledge of Hawaii. And that drew me to the islands, and I discovered the knowledge, the ancient knowledge, and I was trained in particular ways to learn the forces that shape our reality. And so I was able to pass that on in this book, The 7 Lost Secrets of Ecstasy and Success. And today I'm speaking in the Expo about the inner road to riches. How do we bring love into our life? How do we bring wealth into our life? How do we bring health into our lives? And amazingly, it's based on the knowledge of the ancients that now all the scientists are discovering is the truth of how we interact with the invisible and bring it into visible reality.
Now, you're from Canada, and you're now living on Kauai?
Yes, I'm actually living on Kauai. I do go back and forth, so I have 2 home bases.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So I know you do teleseminars and a lot of different teaching workshops.
Yes, I'm able to teach people from all over the world by telephone,
Great.
teleconferencing, and it's been an inspiration to me to be able to understand this ancient knowledge and bring it to modern times. So it's been a wonderful experience for those that I'm able to work with, because as we pull and release old core beliefs that are holding us back, our external reality changes.
Yes.
We can have a greater, more meaningful life.
Right. As within, so without.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, and you know all about that because your work is so powerful.
Thank you. So are you doing anything new? I mean, something that you're working on that's taking
Well,
you
this
into the
is very
future?
new what I'm doing here today at the Expo. I'm doing divine downloads and divine tune-ups. I've never done anything like that, but what happens is when we go to Source, we connect to Source through our own spirits. We're able to call in the energy to download things that are energetically holding us back in our lives. And so with a download, we get to bring into our lives, into our subconscious body, what it is that we want to feel. For instance, if you don't understand the feeling of being prosperous, it's very hard for your subconscious to simulate that. So we download it into the body, and then we do other things with the tune-ups.
Great.
It's a very new and exciting, different approach I'm doing this time.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing you inside the Expo at your workshop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha. We're here with 3 wonderful people who've written a book called The Twins of Kashal. And we want to ask them a little bit about their book, but first I'd like to introduce them. This is Jana Joy.
Hello.
And Dakan Allison.
Aloha.
And Hazar Kursan.
Hello. Aloha.
Great. So would you, in some kind of sequence, like to give us a little bit about what your book is about?
Well, it's about 2 twins that come from Kauai, and they're 16 years old, or going to be 16 years old, and they end up going on a wild adventure that they didn't know they were going to be going on when they go to visit their parent, Kozo, which is their father, in Japan. And from there, they go off on all kinds of adventures. And so it starts here on Kauai, and then it moves to Japan, and then off-planet and dimensions and everywhere. It's really fun.
Well, I've read the book myself, and it's a fascinating book. It keeps you on pins and needles, and when I was done, I wanted the second, the next book is what I wanted. So do you have plans for another book?
Well, the second book is done, basically. We're waiting for the artwork. And
I'm so excited.
yeah, and it's a very exciting book. It continues the story, the 6 books series. And yeah, I can't wait. We can't wait to write the 3rd one. Yeah.
Well, how did you all get together? I mean, 3 people writing one book is not a normal thing. So what brought you all together?
Well, it happened, in '02? Dakan got a message from a man who had bought 11 of his masks, and he was the CEO of a trading card company. And he said these masks are talking to him. And he got in touch with Dakan and wanted basically to use the mask as a characters in the next trading card game.
Well, now let me just give you a background on Dakan. Dakan is an amazing artist. I'm using that word again. And he's been a stained glass artist, and now he does sculpture and mask making. And so his pieces are really beautiful. So I'm not surprised at how this person was inspired by it.
When he said that the mask was alive, that inspired us to write a story that was alive, a living story, you know, where actually masks do come alive. And they do in probably book number 5, they start coming alive. But yeah, you know, it's the whole series of books is about drawing from what we've learned. The 3 of us have learned in our lives of studying and being on this planet, and just put it all together in a story that is inspirational.
And I know Jana is an amazing artist also in her own right. And have you done some of the work for the book as well?
Well, I've done the basic layout of the book. Marco Canelli has done the actual illustrations and putting them into digital art so that we could use them. And proceeding on to the second book as well, using geometry, sacred geometry. The next book is called The Crystal Spheres, and so there's a lot of fun that we can play with that, with the crystal spheres. I want to add, too, that we use traveling, a new mode of travel, through the black hole of our DNA. And the DNA is a very key part of this key energy book, and that we can use it to learn what our next assignment is, learn what our next job is as being humans on this planet at this day and time.
And I know there is a lot of Hawaiian mythology also in the book, and so if you don't know that much about it, you'll learn a lot in this book. And there's some key people that we all know from this island that have been inspirational in developing characters in your book as well.
Yeah, some people have read the books. I know who you're talking about there. Yeah, so, yeah, and that's all part of the living story, because we've drawn, like I said, from what we know and the people we've met and experiences we've had, and of course we make up stuff.
It is a fiction book.
Yeah.
Well, now, Hazar is also an incredible person. She's a sound healer, and she's an artist and a jeweler, and she actually is the producer of Emergence, and we're so happy to have her and be able to talk about what she's done here with the 3 of them as well.
Thank you, Taj. Yeah, this whole experience with the book has just been such a learning curve and a brilliant, way of getting together with teamwork, and that's what I love, is the teamwork that happens and things that evolve from that. And so it's so fun, and everything that's come from this book, no matter what we've done, has just been really a learning curve for me, and also just gratitude, full of gratitude of everything that's, creatively inspiring, and it comes from this island. The island really inspires that in all of us, and the people that we've met and how we've brought those energies into our story, and it's just evolved from there, and it keeps evolving, which is really wonderful. So I'm really thankful to be part of this Key Living story and all the different beautiful creations and the books that are coming from it. There'll be 6 of them, so who knows? We don't know how it's going to end yet. It's going to be really fun to find out. So, yeah.
Great. Well, I look forward to reading the next installment and all the rest. And it really kept my interest. And I thought, well, am I loving this book because Dakan wrote it? Or is it because it's really good? And it is so good. It's great for kids and great for adults. So thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Aloha.
Aloha.